Do doctors take off their shoes? Because I'm just not going to step in this. 2 out of the 3 ladies have, and so I'm going to stand like this for the entire speech. You can't see me, but it's my superhero pose. That's very self-conscious right there. So this day is not about me. It is indeed not about me, and I will continue to make it not about me. I am so honored to be here. Good morning. Good morning to you all, to you faculty. I admire you so. Good morning to you students. I envy you so. And good morning to you supporters and believers in the dreamers, whether you have come willingly or not. We have needed you, and we will continue to need you. And you have been everything to them, to us. I have my own versions at home. And I appreciate you so much. I am thrilled to be here. I am thrilled and honored to be honored in this way for reasons. I don't read reviews, so thank you. I got an earful there. But I'm thrilled. When Carl, Dean Forsman, I call him Carl, since way back, when he asked me to be here, I was shocked and humbled and terrified. I wanted to come speak to you amazing, amazing kids. I've read a lot about your program and the way that you work across 5 different schools, dedicated practices, and you run and you direct and you perform in and you design and you do all of it as students, overseen by the gentle care of your faculty, but you do it as leaders and as collaborators, and that is an amazing thing to me. So I wanted to come and speak to you, but I had no idea what I might be able to offer. But then I realized that as I thought back to this particular day for myself, it's almost 20 years since then, and I'm really pissed off to have to say that. I just had my 40th birthday, so for that maybe I've earned a little bit of something. There's some hard-earned earned knowledge that I've gained in New York City that I might be able to share with you, and I hope there is. I'm going to try. What I did was I thought back to what I might have wanted to hear, what I wished I could have heard, what someone might have told me. You've already heard such wonderful advice and speeches from the folks before me, so I'll try not to repeat, but what might have helped me going forward as the naive girl from Elk City, Oklahoma, who had a wonderful college program and wonderful teachers, but not just like this, who had no place to live in New York City and no job to speak of, and a very conservative father who said, what are you going to do, just flop around in New York City? Well, yes, and I did, who packed her 2 suitcases, having only visited New York City once before, to find what? A weird and crazy dream, and it can happen. What would I have wanted someone to tell me to help me on that journey that I had to take the long years, the long, long years to learn? And I picked 3 things. So the first I want to talk to you about today is that there is no one like you. I don't mean you as a student body. I mean you, each and every single one of you. It may seem cliche, and you may think you know what I mean. There is only one you, so be that you. But I promise you, you will forget. I promise. Because you need a spot. We all need a spot. We want to belong, and we want to be accepted, and we want to be able to have a platform, so we'll be looking for a spot. Do I fit in her spot? I'm like him. Can I fit in his spot? And if you don't do it, industry folk will. It's easier for them. They want to know who you are and who you're like, and they'll do it right away. Stand on your feet. Dig deep down inside and decide what kind of artist it is that you want to be, that you've learned here how to be, and stick with it. It may not come right away. It probably won't. And maybe you have to cohabitate some of those spots for just a minute, but it gets crowded. So be prepared to get your own. And I mean, stand your ground. I didn't know this. I came to the city. It's funny, you know, they name off something like Jekyll and Hyde, and it makes me go, it amazes me that I ever did that show. I had a great time, but I'm not a pop singer. I couldn't sound like Adina. You know, I was an opera major who wanted to do American songbook, musical theater. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to do all of these things, and I didn't know where my spot should be, so I kept jumping to everyone else's. And each time I did that, I diminished others' idea of what I really was, because I was trying to fit a mold that wasn't mine. I got lucky and found my mold, and it changed the course of my career with Light in the Piazza and that type of music. But that doesn't happen all the time. So I figure if you go now and you have the idea to be yourself, no matter what that means to you and you alone, then you have a better chance to not waste a lot of time thinning yourself out, but instead growing up and gloriously, and then finding your spot. And by that time, that spot is huge and you will shine. Number 2, this is so cliche, and it's like telling my 2-year-old not to have the lollipop that's unwrapped and sitting in her hands right now. But be patient. Be patient. Be patient, not because we don't want to strive, not because we don't want to race, not because we don't want to work so hard, work our tails so hard that we're done by the end of each day. But patience in, I mean, looking back from a whole lifetime, patience in that this career should not be one of a roller coaster of ups and downs, because sustaining the top is never possible. I was going to say easy. It's never easy, but the truth of it is it's not possible. No one will let you do that. In your heart, you can do that. But I'm saying make this a steady run. I'm reminded of, again, with my 2-year-old watching The Tortoise and the Hare on Netflix, because you can get that, and you can watch it 75 times a day if you're begged to do that. But it actually got me thinking. You know, you have the hare, of course. You have the guy. He's overconfident. He's the speedy. He's won a lot of races. He's the big fish in the little pond. But then you have the tortoise. You have this underdog that maybe people laugh at, that maybe some people support because he's the underdog and we like an underdog and he's a nice guy. But he is going at a pace, he's believing that he has a chance even when he probably doesn't. And because he believes that, he wins. Slowly and just barely, but he wins that race. And he's gone at a pace where there's so much joy and so much lesson to be had along that way that he learns and learns and learns and is educated more and more and more. And he's not hitting the highs to then crash to the bottom. He's actually having a career in this world, this art. And I was just telling someone before now, I feel so lucky that we are artists and that in our career, unlike many others, ours can last a whole lifetime if cherished and respected in a way where you choose to do the things that feed your artistic soul and that make you human, so that your humanity can come through you, whether you're designing, directing, writing, acting. That humanity can come through you as a person, and you can actually be available to the people that are watching. You can make your voice heard because you're human and they can identify with that, because you've stayed your pace, because you've kept your artistry, because you've made your choices and stayed who you are. So be patient. This is a world of no patience right now, especially in the business that we're striving for. But I promise you, it will be so much more fulfilling when you get to a place and you look back and you said, each step that I took might not have